Is it recording?
Yeah.
No, I'm blessed.
No. Oh, yeah, let's cut it out.
Speaking of selling tickets and concert venues, there's an online petition to save Brixton Academy, and it's surpassed 50,000 signatures. The South London music venue faces permanent closure after the Metropolitan Police urged the council to strip the venue of its licence. This comes after 2 people were killed on December the 15th when fans without tickets tried to enter a show by a Nigerian artist, Asake, at the venue. The Academy's licence was suspended for 3 months by Lambeth councillors, and a decision on whether to reopen the site is expected to be decided at a licensing meeting soon. Just wanted to know what you lot's thoughts are. People are suggesting that they revoke the security firm's licence and bring someone adequate recommended by the police, bring in new security procedures that include crowd control to ensure that a repeat doesn't happen. But please, let's not turn this venue into a soulless bunch of flats, as that will more than likely happen in the event of permanent closure.
Yeah, some developers been eyeing that up. You know they've been eyeing that up already, bro.
I heard through the grapevine, I can't quote where I heard it from because I don't know whether it's true or not, but I'm just going to throw it out there. The people who own the academy have been told to renovate if they want to stay open. So I don't know if you've been to Brixton Academy, there's only one entrance.
Yeah.
I think they've been asked to renovate and refurb and then add another entrance at the back. So it will help the flow of attendees in and out. Obviously, that's going to cost money, and I'm not sure that they want to pay.
I think it's either you lose the venue or you spend money to keep it open, if that's part of the stipulation. I also feel like, in regards to that, first of all, rest in peace to the guys that...
Yeah,
two ladies. Two ladies?
Yeah.
Two ladies, right, that lost their lives.
Yeah.
I think, one, it was wild that they announced Brixton Academy being shut permanently and then Shake's next London show like 2 days apart. I think that was crazy.
I think that's the promoters.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
But the only issue with that is, remember, they're not joint.
I know they're joint, but it's
for
just
example,
crazy that the reason why it's shut down is crazy that's been announced the same.
But the funny thing is, we've been in that conversation, so like, the first thing in regards to what Tazer said is, it'll be weird to, like, I'm not saying they shouldn't have another venue, another entrance, but it'll just be weird because the other side is on the one-way system, innit? So I don't know how much pavement is on that side and how much...
build it.
Problem. That's what I'm saying. How much problems it will cause for the area? Because remember, that's a one-way bit. Around that bit, cool.
Yeah, the locals might complain about.
Yeah, locals might complain and whatever. But in regards to, you're gonna say something about that?
No, I was just gonna say in regards to the venue, there's not that many venues that hold that capacity. So shutting down that venue is gonna cause problems for artists moving forward.
It's 5,000, right?
Yeah, because when they do transition into selling out Shepherd's Bush, Islington, Kentish Town,
where'd you go next?
Where'd you go next? Like, you can't go from Kentish Town
to and them places.
Yeah,
Indigo.
No, Indigo is still like 3,000.
It's 2,200.
2,200 standing.
Hammersmith
Hammersmith Apollo standing is 3,000.
Okay. No, seated 3,000, standing 5.
5, yeah.
No,
it's just under 5 standing.
Hammersmith Apollo,
brother.
Yeah,
we did Hammersmith. Seated is 3 something.
Yeah, 3, 8,
3, 6 or 3 something along them lines seated. We did it seated, bro. 3,000 something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Okay, cool. So it would only be Hammersmith. That's the 5,000 cap.
Yeah.
For an artist who can sell 5,000, only Apollo. Their calendar's gonna be filled till 2020.
With the refurb?
Coco's 1,600. Coco's not big. So I'm saying there's only very few. Roundhouse is peas to hire. That's one. But if you are gonna hire Roundhouse, you can fit, I think, just under 3,000 standing. So I'm saying.
But my thing is...
Tickets for 4 bills.
Yeah.
so my issue... There's a couple of issues I had. So, for example, like, with that venue, do a refurb, but you could have seen that venue unfortunately, it was a problem waiting to happen anyway. Because there's been times I've been to that venue and it's like a bottleneck, bro. Like, if you get to that road at the wrong time...
Yeah.
And everyone... Because you know how black people are already. We get to the venue at the same time. It's just a rave. Everyone gets there just before 12... From 12 to 1, the queue's booming. Before that, hardly anyone's there. So in terms of the concerts, people tend to get there at the same time. And then you've got if you're on guest list, go to the side door. If you've got normal ticket, go to the main door. But it's not, because it's on the main road.
It's not cohesive.
It's not smooth. You know, like O2, for example, Greenwich. 1,000 of us can walk at the same time. Because it takes you so long to actually walk into the O2, it's kind of filtered out. There's more doors.
It's staggered.
It's staggered. You know what I'm saying? You go to the AEG, the big bit. There's 5 doors. It can only go back so far.
Yeah, but
if there's a problem, they could keep you outside before you. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, but even the O2, like as big as the O2 may be, there's not only one entrance into the O2. It's split. They tell you you're either this gate or you're the gate at the back, and even then, that kind of helps push the crowd out. And then once you get in, you immediately look for your gate.
Yeah.
And sometimes you could be on the other side, so you're still walking another 20 minutes. So they got the crowd moving all the time. Whereas with Brixton, the moment you walk in, you just walk into one space. You might not even be the person who wants to move to the front. You might want to just stay in the middle.
Yeah.
Before you know it, the crowd just builds up.
I'm talking
I'm talking
about the entrance. For example, in O2, someone can radio and say, "Listen, there's too many people in here. Shut the doors." So that first big door you get to, the man could just say, "Hold on, wait there. We need to make sure everyone inside is in." So they can take measures like that, whereas Brixton, they can't do that because if the door's shut and you're saying no one can get in, the road that's what happens. It just piles up and there's a madness. So, but my thing is, I feel like people need to give Asake some slack because remember, people don't realise, when it comes to concerts and bookings and stuff like that, this booking, for example, he might have made it 2 months ago. It might have been in the calendar, but they decided, all right, let's maybe give this time to breathe. Let's announce it. It just so happened that they've announced the venue the same time as Asake, do you know what I'm saying? But people don't realise that, like, me as an artist, what do you want me to do? Because it wasn't actually his fault. It was his concert, yes, but it was the fault of the venue and security. It wasn't his fault. But people looking at Asake like, it's distasteful, like, but bro, like, what do you want man to do with his career? Like, it's sad and unfortunate, RIP to everyone that died, but he's got nothing to do with this as such. He was backstage getting ready for the concert. He didn't know what was going on outside.
Yeah.
People looking at it like it was him that said, all right, let my 200 people in, and they called. No, it was nothing to do with him. It's the venue's fault and security. And we know that because the security are liable and the venue are liable because the venue have lost their license. Nothing to do with Asake. So when people are kind of giving the energy to Asake, I'm like, allow him, because this could happen to anyone. It could have been, God forbid, a free shot show. And a venue's fucked about, and people have, something's happened, people looking at free shots like, this is your fault. Brother, we were at backstage drinking Lucasade. We had nothing to do with anything. So I'm saying people need to kind of bear that in mind when they're looking, thinking about Asake, that it wasn't his actual fault.
Even to move away from